Right, welcome back. Continuing on with the painting of the underneath of the bird of prey. Now, as you can see on the plans, there's a lot of painting that they tell you to do. And I didn't want to do everything because I didn't want to go too much overboard. So I've just picked out what I feel necessary. I mean, especially around the torpedo tube feeder area with that long pole, it tells you to paint all of that. I don't feel the need to with this section here, so I've just left that in the base coat. But like I said, I've picked out what I think needs doing. So you can see that I've done the panels there and the gridding, and these couple of panels here, and that on the same on the other side. I did with that with the 40 black green. Then with the black green as well around the rear of the landing bay door, which looks like a Microsoft token. These two bits each side of the landing bay door, I did those in the Dunkel green, dark green, 36168. Then I did a couple of the panels, bits and bobs here and there, so I used the leaf green, which is 36364. So I did those, just those two. And then round the tops of those circular detailing, I used the light grey 36374. Just round the tops, the top edges. And the bit on the head that I have done a little bit, I picked out those panels there using the 36146 NATO olive and the 36145 light olive. So I've just picked out a couple of panels there. And last but not least, around the torpedo tube launcher, it tells you to paint that panelling in the red. So I used the 19 red that I used to top up the wing pattern, and just over painted the channels, and I went slightly overboard on the top. So I just wanted to make sure I get every nook and cranny. And then as you know, with the war paint goblin green, just use that to top up with my Citadel detailing brush, and just to make the paint over the red where I've gone overboard, and just tidy some of those edges up. But to be honest, like I said, I didn't want to go overboard, so I think the bottom's finished now, so the underneath, so I'm going to turn this over and start on the top detailing. Stay with me. Right, a bit more work on the bird of prey. I'll start with the painting that I've done. As per the plans, it tells you to pick out some of the little panels on the top wing detailing. So with the 5 greens that I've got, I've just randomly picked them out with the greens, as you can see both sides. Then I've done this little spine section here in my greens, not looking too bad. And I've done those little wires, just picked those out with my Citadel detailing brush. Now, to be honest, there's a lot of detailing that can be done on here, but to be honest, I didn't feel it necessary to do all this detailing. I'm happy with the way it is. It's not looking too bad. You can also see that I've mounted the wing mounted guns on there, the cannons. So I just run a bit of glue on the inside, just slipped them straight into the tab into the little hole. Went in fairly easy. I had to widen the hole slightly, obviously, because of the primer and that, but not looking too bad. It's gone in really well. And then last but not least, the rear exhaust. Now, as you can see, I've painted on the inside. I've done 2 reds, 1 orange and 1 white. Took about 2-3 coats to get it right, but not looking too bad. And then on the outside, it tells you to paint all that in the steel, so I've done that in the gunmetal. You've got the grid in there. You got the detailing on the top and the bottom there, as you can see. I've just painted that in the gunmetals, took 1 coat. Probably might need a couple of touch-ups here and there, but nothing too major. So eventually, just turning the bird of prey around, this will go that way in the back there. Not looking too bad. And then, last but not least, you've got the actual front-mounted torpedo launcher. That clear part. I've painted that in the orange, and on the front section there, just painted that in the gunmetal on the gridding. Now I think it looks okay. I was going to paint it gunmetal, but I think it looks okay mounted in there. Some of you will probably differ with me, but I think it looks okay. So all I got to do now is just mount these in, as a lot with the guns as well, and that'll be the last bit of construction. And then all I got to do then is just wash and just do the final detailing. Stay with me. Right, welcome back. I can happily say that the Klingon bird of prey is all finished, and I'm really quite chuffed with the results. So here's the final reveal. Alright, turning the camera around. There it is, all its glory. When I left you, I'd just finished off the painting I had to do on the wings, all the other bits and bobs I had to do. Once all that dried, basically, I just went over it with a black wash. And the black wash has gone down really, really well. I'll just take it off the stand. You can see the underneath, not looking too bad. I didn't really go that much overboard with the wash, to be honest. I didn't bother putting the rust wash on. Just putting that back on there. So basically just washed it here and there. Well, pretty much everywhere, to be honest, not here and there. Once I've finished with the wash, I then put the phaser emitter ring on. Now I just painted that in the red, took about 3 coats, drop of glue there, drop of glue there, and drop of glue there. I had to part them with my fingers slightly to try and get them on the little circular pieces. I use super glue for that. But if the phaser emitter ring's gone on really, really well. You've also got the decals as well, which is the recognition decals mainly. You got the name there in the Klingon lettering. You got the name on this side. Then you got the actual family crest, which is there. The house crest, whatever you want to call it. And then you got the baffle decals. Now the baffle decals, you can see how big they are on that, but obviously they're not that big on there. So what I've had to do, it tells you in the plans, it says there, you've got to trim it down. So that's what I did. And as you can see, I've had to trim it down, and I've microset it and microsoled it, and it's really sucked in really well. Not bad at all. I didn't do both sides because of that panel there. You're supposed to do both sides, but to be honest, you can't really see down there, as you can see. Even if I turn it towards the light, you can't really see it. So I didn't do the back ones. I matte coated those and the house crest and the name of the ship. But what I had to do on the name decals is I had to put a bit more wash on top of those, because it looked like the water had washed a bit of wash away. So I just put an extra bit of wash on, and not looking too bad. You can also see that I've finally put the engine section on as well. Fairly easy to get in. Was a bit stiff, so I had to slightly sand the sides down, but I got it on eventually. So the engines are looking really nice. And then you've got the actual photon torpedo launcher. That's been glued in as well. Well, I said, not looking too bad. I mean, with the wash, it has dirtied it up. Like Patrick said, Coraline, the Klingon ships ain't designed to be clean. I didn't bother with the rust wash, because I felt the black wash was alright. I mean, you can see around there where it's nice and dirtied. I haven't really gone overboard with the wash. It's nice, subtle. Not looking too bad at all. Now, with the collar, I didn't bother putting the collar on, because, like I said, this is going to go up on my ceiling, up there with all my other models. probably going to go about there, maybe between the Marquee Raider and the Kazon Raider, so I'll probably go about there. But I'm really happy with the bird of prey. Not bad at all. It's a shame you didn't get the actual Klingon logo. I mean, I don't know where I would have put that, to be honest. The Klingon bird of prey logo, maybe it'd have gone on here somewhere, I don't know. But like I said, overall, I'm really happy with these results. Not bad at all. So, just one last look at the bird of prey on my turntable. And there it is. Not bad at all. Right, turning the camera back round. As usual, I'll put some stills on. Hopefully I haven't bored you too much. And thank you very much for watching.